Chapter 11, Section 5. Our objective is learn to solve an inequality. This is continued from Section 11.4. In our essential question, how do I write an inequality from a word problem? Solve and graph. We're working with multi-step inequalities, which we operate the same way we would with the multi-step equation, watching out for that special rule of multiplying or dividing by a negative. In this case, we don't have to worry about any negatives. So we start by subtracting 1 from both sides to get 4x by itself. Once we have 4x is greater than 12, we divide both sides by 4 to get x is greater than 3. When we make our number line, we make sure 3 is in the middle, open circle because of the greater than, and the greater than values would be to the right of 3. Remember, if both sides of an inequality are multiplied or divided by a negative number, the inequality symbol must be reversed. Now we have negative 4x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 18. Again, let's start by getting rid of that additional plus number, so let's subtract 2 from both sides. So we have negative 4x is greater than or equal to 16. Because that's multiplication, we divide both sides by negative 4. Meaning we have to flip the arrow because we divided by a negative to both sides. So now our answer is x is less than or equal to negative 4. Make our number line. This one will be a closed circle because of the equal to portion of the symbol. And the values that are less than negative 4 are to the left. Solve. 2 times the quantity of x plus 4 minus 11x is greater than or equal to 26, and graph. First thing we'll use is the distributive property. Distribute the 2 to both parts. We get 2x plus 8 minus 11x is greater than or equal to 26. Next step would be to combine like terms. Look carefully. We have 2x minus 11x. That gives us a negative 9x. So we have negative 9x plus 8 is greater than or equal to 26. Now it's a two-step equation. Subtract 8 from both sides. Negative 9x is greater than or equal to 18. At this point, we'll be dividing by negative 9, so we flip the arrow to the other direction. And our solution, x is less than or equal to negative 2. When we make our number line, we'll use a closed circle at negative 2. With an arrow to the left to the less than values. Now we have fractions to work with. 2x over 5 plus 3/4 is greater than or equal to 9/10. Remember, you can always turn these to decimals. You can always leave them as fractions and work with them. Or if you want to eliminate fractions, you can multiply by a common denominator. So let's use that third method. Common denominator would be 20. So let's multiply everything by 20. So if everything gets multiplied by 20, we're going to do some canceling. 20 will cancel with 5 to become 4. So we'll multiply 4 times 2. 20 will cancel with 4 to become 5, and we'll do 5 times 3. And 20 will cancel with 10 for 2, and we will do 2 times 9. So we get 8x plus 15 is greater than or equal to 18. We can handle it from this point. Subtract 15 from both sides. 8x is greater than or equal to 3. Divide both sides by 8. And we get x to be greater than or equal to 3/8. When we make a number line for this, just put 3/8 in the middle. Now this isn't the greatest number line. We should have values on either side of it, but we could have, 1/2 on the right. We could do 1/4 on the left to give us an idea of where it's at. Close circle at 3/8, arrow to the right. Solve again. Same 3 denominators, so let's use 20 again. I'm going to multiply everything by 20. Let's think about canceling. 20 and 5 becomes 4, 4 times 3. 20 and 4 becomes 5, 5 times 1. 20 and 10 becomes 2, 2 times 5. So we get 12x plus 5 is greater than or equal to 10. Subtract 5 from both sides. 12x is greater than or equal to 5. Divide both sides by 12. So x is greater than or equal to 5/12. Create our number line. Again, 5/12 should be in the middle. Close circle, arrow to the right. Let's finish up with a word problem. The school Spanish club is selling bumper stickers. They bought 100 bumper stickers for $55, and they have to give the company 15 cents for every sticker sold. If they plan to sell each bumper sticker for $1.25, how many do they have to sell to make a profit? So if we choose some variables, we could choose R to represent the revenue. Revenue is how much money you make. And C represent the cost. In order for the Spanish club to make a profit, the revenue must be greater than the cost. So profit means that the Spanish club gets to take whatever money they make minus the cost. So in order to make money, you have to have a higher revenue than a cost. So we need to know what our revenue equation could be compared to our cost equation. Well, the revenue from selling X bumper stickers at $1.25 each is $1.25 times X. The cost of selling X bumper stickers is the fixed cost plus the unit cost times the number of bumper stickers sold. So what that looks like mathematically is $55 plus 15 cents times X. Let's plug those in for R and C. So the revenue is on the left, $1.25 times X, and on the right, the cost is $55 plus 15 cents times X. So we just need to solve for X. Subtract 15x from both sides. So you get $1.10 times X is greater than 55. Divide by 1.10 on both sides. X is greater than 50. So that means that the Spanish club must sell more than 50 bumper stickers to make a profit. Notice that does not include 50. So technically they would have to sell 51 because they can't sell part of a bumper sticker. Make sure your notes are filled out completely. On the left-hand side, remember to write questions that could be answered from the material in your notes. Review your notes, highlight, underline, etc., and complete the summary before class.